All right, let's dive into one of the most interesting matchups happening in the EV world right now, the Hyundai IONIQ 9 versus the Kia EV9. Now, these are two huge, highly anticipated three-row electric SUVs. They come from the same corporate family, but as you're about to see, they could not be more different. So on the surface, yeah, they're siblings. They share the same basic DNA. But from there, they've gone on to develop these wildly different personalities. This isn't just about comparing spec sheets. It's really a tale of two very different ideas about what a big electric family hauler should be. And honestly, it says a lot about where each brand is going. And that shared DNA, well, it's this thing called the EGM platform. You can think of it as their technical soul. It's a truly brilliant piece of engineering that gives both of these SUVs their super spacious, flat floors, fantastic performance, and that absolute game-changing, ultra-fast 800-volt charging. It's the reason they're both so good. But it's what they build on top of this foundation that really sets them apart. Okay, first up, let's meet the Hyundai IONIQ 9. If these two are people, the IONIQ 9 is the one who shows up impeccably dressed. That's sophisticate. It's elegant, it's refined, and it is all about comfort and creating a sense of calm. This quote from an Italian source just nails it. It says the car focuses on fluid, curved, and rounded lines. And that's exactly right. There are practically no hard edges on this thing. It's all about these smooth, flowing lines that make it look like it was sculpted by the wind. So let's break that philosophy down. Hyundai actually calls its design language aesthetic. It's a mashup of aerodynamics and aesthetics. Smart, right? Inside, the goal was to create a lounge on wheels, a really serene space to just relax. The whole vibe is futuristic and elegant, and you can tell every choice was made to maximize your comfort. And that super slippery aerodynamic shape, it's not just for looks. Not at all. You combine that with a slightly larger battery, and it pays off in a huge way. The IONIQ 9 is projected to get 31 more miles of EPA estimated range than its sibling. And if you're doing a lot of road trips, that is a really big deal. And here's another key advantage: space. They're both huge, but the IONIQ 9 manages to carve out just a little more room inside. We're talking over 5 cubic feet more in total cargo space. To put that in perspective, that's kind of like being able to add an extra large suitcase to your packing list. And this focus on comfort goes right down to the clever little details. You get this slidable center console, they call it a universal island, that even the people in the second row can use. There's a built-in UVC sterilizer for your phone. And this is a big one for a lot of people. Actual physical buttons and dials for important stuff like the climate controls. Plus, Hyundai gives original owners lifetime access to their companion app, so you're not going to get hit with a subscription fee down the road. So now let's meet the other sibling, the Kia EV9. This is the adventurer of the family. Where the IONIQ 9 is all smooth and elegant, the EV9 is bold, it's rugged, and it looks like it's ready for anything. And again, this description from our Italian source just hits the nail on the head. It says the EV9 has a boxy, muscular, and geometric design. And it really does. It looks like it took its inspiration from those classic, rugged off-roaders, and it creates this image of pure strength and confidence. This is a vehicle that absolutely commands your attention. So yeah, the EV9's whole philosophy is crystal clear. The design is all about road presence. The interior is more tech-adventure focused. It's still really premium, don't get me wrong, but it feels more functional and driver-centric. The whole vibe is strong and confident. And its main goal isn't just to look tough, but to actually give you a more connected and engaging driving experience. And that whole engaging drive thing? It's not just a feeling. It's backed up by the numbers. If you're comparing the top trims, the Kia EV9 has a serious power advantage, a full 80 more horsepower than its sibling. And trust me, that is a difference you can definitely feel when you put your foot down. And here's what that power feels like in the real world, according to the pros at Edmunds. They said that while the IONIQ 9 can sometimes feel a little floaty, the Kia has a stronger sense of athleticism that inspires confidence. So the EV9 is really tuned to feel more like a driver's SUV. These real-world impressions from someone who actually drove both cars back-to-back are so telling. They loved the EV9's bigger, more practical side mirrors, a small but important detail. But interestingly, they also said that the IONIQ 9, even though it's huge, felt less like a large SUV to drive around, probably because of its smoother, more relaxed dynamics. It just goes to show you how different they really feel from behind the wheel. All right, let's move past the big picture personalities and get down to the nitty-gritty, the everyday details. The little things that can make a huge difference when you actually have to live with a car day in and day out. And listen, for a lot of people shopping for these cars, some of these points are absolute deal breakers. Users almost universally prefer the IONIQ 9's physical climate dials over the EV9's haptic buttons, which can be tough to see in the sun. The IONIQ 9 has a much deeper center console for your stuff. Its single-pane sunroof makes the whole cabin feel brighter, whereas the EV9's is split. We already mentioned the app subscription difference, and even the headrests are different. Some people love the EV9's cool mesh design. Others just want the IONIQ 9's more traditional style. It's the little stuff. So after all of that, we get to the final choice. And look, this isn't about which one of these SUVs is objectively better. They're both fantastic vehicles. The real question is, which one is better for you? Okay, this slide is basically the whole thing in a nutshell. Think of it as your cheat sheet. On one side, you've got the Hyundai IONIQ 9. It's the sophisticated choice, that calm lounge on wheels. Its biggest advantages are that superior range and all that interior space. You're going to choose this one if what you care about most is long-haul comfort and maximum practicality. On the other side, the Kia EV9. It's the rugged adventurer with that confident vibe, and its key advantages are more power and better handling. You choose the EV9 if you prioritize that big road presence and a more fun, dynamic driving feel. Ultimately, it really all boils down to this one question. Do you prioritize the destination or the drive? Are you focused on getting where you're going as comfortably, as efficiently, and as peacefully as possible? That is the IONIQ 9. Or do you believe that the journey itself, the feeling of the road, that sense of command from the driver's seat is just as important? Well, that's the EV9. Two brilliant siblings, two very different answers. The choice is yours.